The United States today is the greatest that it has ever been. I'm not saying that because of Donald Trump or Obama. It was no one particular politician or whatever. I'm actually going to credit globalism and neoliberalist policies and decades upon decades of engaging in these types of politics, started by Reagan and Thatcher, perhaps. In fact, it was actually started a little bit by Jimmy Carter, to some extent, even. And I'm going to prove to you why the United States, for the most part, is greater than it was in the 1950s. In 1950, the minimum wage was just 70 cents, and the dollar in 1950 was worth about 10 times less. Today, the federal minimum wage is just over $7. The minimum wage did not drop in terms of value of the dollar, and in my state, it's $9.25 an hour, which is quite above what it was in 1950, the federal minimum wage in 1950, with inflation. An average house in 1950, which was less than 1,000 square feet, cost about $15,000, or with inflation, $150,000, and they were much smaller than the houses of today, which are about 2,300 square feet, and those houses, on average, cost about $200,000. So, about 50,000 extra bucks for about 1,300 extra square feet. Seems like a good deal to me. With inflation, cars in 1950 cost about $14,000, but they didn't have all the safety features and emissions controls or the gas mileage that the cars of today have. They didn't have the little computers in the engine that could detect alternative fuels and things of this nature. So cars of today are certainly worth more than cars of 1950 in that regard. That's why they cost more. With inflation, a gallon of milk cost about $1.40 in 1950, while today the national average is about $3 or $4. So milk did cost less back then, but where I live, I can get milk for less than $1 from a Walmart. So hey, whatever. Now for the fun part. The average yearly income in 1950 was about $3,000, or about $30,000 with inflation. Today, it's about $52,000. Since 1950, we've let black people vote, gay people get married, women own credit cards, and we got rid of all those discriminatory laws that didn't allow people to immigrate here from certain countries, mostly the Asian countries. Since 1950, things have drastically improved in the United States. I would not want to live in the 1950s, and fuck anyone that wants to take us back there. The United States in the 21st century is superior to the United States in the 20th.